Every morning, she made coffee the same way. Same scoop, same timing, same bitterness. And he drank it, not because he loved it, but because he loved her. And once, very early on, he'd smiled and he'd said, perfect. So she locked it in. Not out of stubbornness, out of care, out of loyalty to the first signal that she got. 10 years of the same taste, preserved by silence. Now swap the kitchen for a startup. That's a founder building the same product the same way, the same assumptions, the same features, the same pricing, the same pitch. Because one early customer nodded and said, "Hey, this is great." And you don't know or realize how dangerous that kind of feedback can be when it isn't specific or hasn't been tested or earned. Perfect from one person in one moment becomes a rule for years. Then one day, after she'd left, he found her notebook, recipes, lists, and one line at the very end. "I make his coffee the way I did on the day that we met. He said it was perfect, so it must be what he loves." That line is basically half the venture ecosystem. Founders aren't short of effort, they're drowning in effort. What they're short of is truth, early, direct truth. Because most ventures don't die in a dramatic explosion, they fade slowly, quietly, with everyone being nice. A customer doesn't want to sound harsh, so they don't tell you the onboarding is confusing. An investor doesn't want you to shut down, so they say, interesting, keep me posted. A team member sees the cracks, but stays silent because we've got momentum. And in that gap, you repeat the past. You keep shipping the same bitterness, calling it consistency. She thought that love meant doing it right. He thought love meant not correcting her. In entrepreneurship, it's the same misread. Founders think confidence means never changing the story. Teams think loyalty means not challenging the plan. Customers think politeness is kinder than honesty. So nobody says the small sentence that would save years. And that's the key point. The fix is usually tiny. Not a rebrand, not a new funding round, not a strategy off-site. Just one honest line said early. This feature isn't solving a real pain. Or your pricing doesn't match up to the value. Or people sign up but they don't stick. We're building something clever, not something necessary. And so one morning alone, he finally made the coffee that the way that he actually liked it. Lighter, softer, almost sweet. And it hit him. How small the truth would have been. How one sentence could have changed thousands of mornings. That moment is a pivot. Not the glamorous kind, the real kind. When you stop protecting an assumption and start updating what you believe based on reality. Because you weren't avoiding conflict, you were protecting an illusion. And in startups, the illusion is usually one of these. People want this, they just don't get it yet. If we add one more feature, it'll click. The metrics look fine. We're too far in it to change now. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most startups don't fail because founders stop trying. They fail because founders stop asking and they start assuming. They stop checking what's true because an early perfect felt like permission to stop listening. So if you're building something right now, take this as practical guidance. Don't treat early praise as a specification. Don't confuse politeness for demand. Don't wait for a crisis to earn honesty. Simply ask the direct question today. What's not working and why? Because sometimes all it takes to save years is one sentence said in time. Enjoy.